So if you're using chemical relaxers, you may want to stay till the end of this video. Hi, I'm Shalita Grant, founder and CEO of 4Naturals Hair and creator of the patent-pending 4Naturals treatment, which unleashes the power of plants to solve complex and chronic type 4 hair problems permanently and progressively. So this is our first Hot Topics video, and we're going to be talking about the proposed FDA bans on chemical relaxers. So first, let's go over some of the details. So about a year ago, there was a study that came out that linked chemical relaxers to different cancers and hormone disruption. Since then, there have been class action lawsuits all over the country against all 5 of the chemical relaxer manufacturers, which includes L'Oreal. And just recently, Representative Ayanna Pressley proposed to the FDA to outright ban all chemical hair straighteners that contain formaldehyde. So it's not just chemical relaxers, but it's also the Brazilian blowouts and other chemical straighteners of that sort. Now, while this ban has not taken effect just yet, the FDA is listening and they are considering an outright ban. And you should also know that in the UK, there have also been calls there to ban the chemical relaxer. So this leads us to the next part, which is if you're already using chemical hair straighteners, what are you gonna do when these straighteners are no longer available to you? I think before we can talk about what you're gonna do, let's talk about why you're even using them. So a lot of us who are on the type 4 side of the hair chart, we're using chemical hair relaxers because it makes our hair more manageable. Straight hair is much easier for most of us to manage because listen, not all of us can braid, not all of us can twist, and not all of us have time or have jobs that allow us to wear our hair in these more natural hairstyles. So for some of us on the type 4 side of things, we're getting chemical hair straighteners because it makes our life with our hair easier. And for those of you on the 2 and 3 part of the hair chart, you may be using Brazilian blowouts and things because, hey, it makes it easier for you to wear your hair straight. And frizz is also real when you have type 2 and type 3. And it's no secret because it's all over YouTube. For those of you who use the creamy crack and then try to go natural, you realize that it's a whole different world. And that world is frustrating and confusing because the way that our natural type 4 hair behaves is that we often have porosity issues that are causing our hair to react differently to different hair products. Our density may not be that great, or it's too high, which makes it even harder for us to manage. And also the frizz is real and dryness is a problem, or you got heat damage. And so the ends of your hair are straight. And so you just decided, okay, I'm just gonna embrace it and get a relaxer. If you have any awareness at all of the conversation about relaxers and the link to cancer, you may be considering what your solutions are. And for some of us, the idea of a big chop is so traumatizing. And so you may take that health risk and start relaxing. And don't get me wrong, it is a health risk. Researchers found that if you use chemical hair relaxers just 4 times a year, you are 2 times more likely to develop uterine cancer than those who don't. So that brings us to why I decided to do this hot topic video today. It was to introduce you to a plant-based solution to your chemical hair straightening problem. Meet the 4Naturals treatment. So first, what is the 4Naturals treatment? It is a 3-step patent-pending treatment system, and those 3 steps is our patent-pending detangling method, the patent-pending henna mud mask, and the cassia deep conditioner. Now, before you run away, because I use the H word, let me just tell you that the 4Naturals henna mud mask is truly a plant-based treatment, which means that there's no chemical reaction with chemical hair color or relaxers and other chemical hair straighteners. In fact, the 4Naturals Henna Mud Mask improves, repairs, and restructures hair that has been damaged by those chemical treatments. And if you'd like to know how I developed the 4Naturals treatment, be sure to watch the 3-minute From Wigs to Wonder video, how I founded the 4Naturals treatment. So now, let's talk about why you would want to transition your hair with the 4Naturals treatment. Well, let's talk about what you get with the relaxer. While relaxers can straighten your hair, the way that they straighten your hair, it breaks into your cuticle and it breaks up those disulfide hydrogen and keratin bonds that create that hair curl. And most people find it very challenging to grow their relaxed hair because the ends, which is the most important part of the hair strand for growth retention, are so weak because of these chemical treatments that they snap off and break. And this is why the 4Naturals treatment is so crucial. So let's talk about what you get with the 4Naturals treatment. The first thing you get is hair repair. Think of your cuticles like the shingles of a roof. When you do these relaxer treatments, you're actually opening up the shingles, shifting them to the side, and exposing the rest of the house. And so what the Henna Mud Mask does is it smooths over, paves over, and fills in all of those gaps. So that filling and paving actually makes your hair strand much stronger. And while the 4Naturals Henna Mud Mask doesn't bring back your curl, it does find whatever curl or wave is still left in the hair so that your hair looks good going from wet to dry. Check out this curl friend. The other benefit of using the 4Naturals treatment is that it protects your hair from further heat damage. So every 4Naturals treatment that you do builds on the last. So that paving, that filling in the gap of the first treatment, you notice that the hair is softer, but it's also stronger and it's thicker. And every treatment literally builds on the last. If you're deciding that you no longer want to use the hair relaxer, but you still want or need to straighten your hair, you can do that with the 4Naturals treatment. After creating the 4Naturals treatment, I did 2 Brazilian blowouts on my hair. And the reason I did this was to prove the fortifying benefits of using the 4Naturals treatment. And I grew my hair from 13 inches to 16 inches, even though it was deeply chemically damaged, and I was straightening it every day to do season 3 of You. I have a video on the 4naturalshair.com website on chemical treatments and using the 4Naturals treatment to fortify your hair. Now, I eventually did opt to do a big chop because I knew the amazing curls that I had pre-Brazilian blowout, and I really wanted that back. I didn't really like the loose curl texture that I had with the Brazilian blowout. So that was a personal choice. For some of you, you may not want to cut off 13 inches of your hair. You may want to gradually transition that relaxer off your strands, and you can do that with the 4Naturals treatment. And best of all, because this treatment, the Henna Mud Mask, the Cassia Deep Conditioner, are plant-based formulas, you are introducing to your hair and your scalp a better solution. Because don't forget, relaxers can cause relaxer burn on the scalp. It can melt all of your hair off. So it may not be a bad thing that the FDA is considering banning it because it's not something that actually helps us. But the 4Naturals treatment can. Visit our website, 4naturalshair.com, to learn more about how this treatment can solve all of your chronic and complex hair health problems and make your hair the most manageable, the most beautiful, and the healthiest it's ever been.